You know, it's gotten pretty cold and chilly, which is perfect for doing real heavy manual labor outside. So I think I'm also sick of coating myself in silica dust. So rather than wrap these windows over here, go start at the backhoe, grab the chainsaw, knock over some trees. That'll be a nice change of scenery. Okay, so I'm going to start with these 3 trees here. The plan is to push these over straight in that direction. A little breezy, but I think we're okay. Especially this thing, it pretty much pushes it exactly where you want to go. Alright, this is tree number 1. It's about 18 inches in diameter. Tree number 2. It's 2 trees combined into one here, and that's like 4 feet, probably 3 feet that way. It's pretty big. I'm hoping to push this whole thing over so that the stump comes up, because that's going to be a huge stump. And it'll save me some time digging. I'm clearing this land so that I can put in a sawmill and a kiln, and also a building that'll finally shelter the backhoe, so it's not sitting on these wet winters. Shut up. Okay, let me chop up these branches.
amazing. I kind of caught it on film.
What'd you think? Did you like that? That's pretty amazing, huh? Then the whole top snapped off and fell back on it. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
I got a hole right where the driveway is gonna go.
Oh, good. Your head is like below road level almost.
Pretty cool. It'll move a little bit and then it'll stop, but you get a couple of moves. It's okay. It's okay. You're all right.
That was scary, huh?
You want to let it? Is that scary?
No.
Okay, you can do it again, and it's gonna let the whole thing go.
You did it, Avery.
I like backwards. I like the backwards down.
That's a good idea.
Next to
do you think? Did we do good today? Yeah. So yeah, looking good. The sun's trying to peek its way through, it looks like. Anyways, I was saying, to get those doors off, get the parts sealed and the end sealed that I want to seal. And then I think I'll go back over and cut some brush. Keep clearing. That is if my back doesn't feel too bad. It kind of feels like I have a kink in my back right now. So we'll see. If it's not too bad, then I'll go for it. If it is, then I'll find something easier to do. My back is killing me. It's from an injury I've got maybe about a year ago working on this house. And every once in a while, and since then, every once in a while it'll pop out. This is like the third time. Hopefully Christy can pop it in. Otherwise, I think I'm going to drive to town and go to the chiropractor right now. See if that'll do the trick. Because otherwise, it's going to hurt for at least a day or two. All right, I'm back from the chiropractor. And feels better, but it's definitely still, there's definitely some kind of muscle pull or strain or something. I don't know, either I have a kink in it from sleeping or I pulled it when I was clearing this brush somehow, even though, I don't know. Anyways, it's probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna do some more brush work. I found my back brace, so I'll throw that on and hopefully it'll be all right. If it hurts too bad, then I'll definitely stop. But I'll fire up the backhoe and I'll just try to take it easy and just try to get some more brush done. I don't know, maybe even push over a tree. Yeah, I think I definitely might have hurt my back chainsawing. When I was using the chainsaw earlier and I got stuck and I pulled it out, it kind of twinged. And I remember yesterday when I was cutting up one of them, I kind of pulled the chainsaw pretty hard at one point, and that might have been when I tweaked it. So I cut down all the brush over here, or cut down a good swath. Fired up the tractor. I'm going to bring it over here and start piling up the brush, and then throw it over and add it to the big pile.
Now what are you going to do?
I'm just trying to figure out how to get that tree to come down the right way. Whoa!
That went really smoothly. Look at my hinge wood. Came down real nice and controlled right through that hole there. So I've trimmed off the branches and bucked up 2 logs so I can just throw those over there with the other logs. And then I can come back here. I'll drive in forward with the backhoe after I move those logs. And I'll push this one down, I'll chop it up. And then I'll come in and push this big one down.
goes.
Man, this one takes the cake. Ooh, that is the biggest stump yet. Good. Oh my good God. Holy cow. Look at this thing. It's a good 10, 12 feet in diameter. And this tree's only 100 years old. It's the same size as the backhoe. Man. Well, I'm gonna let the kids play for a little while. I'm gonna take a break and then I'll come back, cut up these branches, and be done. Well, that was fun. As fun as cutting down trees can be. I think I'm gonna drive around on the other side or just keep messing with it a little bit more, get some more dirt out of it. And then I'll drag it over and throw it over with the other stumps. My thumb was getting a little loose there at the end. I hope it holds up. It sure makes this a lot easier. Maybe tomorrow if it's not raining. It's kind of looking a little gray. But I'll probably do a full day over here. But if it's raining, then I'll go back and keep working on the atrium. Starting to get a pretty big pile of cedar here. It'll be interesting to see how much this turns into because I got like another 10 cedars. And that's going to be a lot of cedar once it's milled up. Like for instance, the cedar for the deck and for the soffits for the house was about $12,000 plus tax. So that's pretty, this is a lot of money right here. Once this is all milled up, this could be quite a pile. Or we'll just say this is probably at least $5,000 in cedar. How about that? And so by the time we cut down the rest, I'm sure we'll have like 15 or 20 grand at least in cedar. Big old trees. And this last one didn't seem to have any rot in it. Oh, there's the end. Oh, yep, just a little bit. You can count these tree rings too. Let's see, I bet it's pretty close to the same age as the other one. Well, yesterday I said I'd come out here and do an honest day's work. Earlier it was raining, so I did some editing instead, but it seems all right. I think it's just going to be passing showers through today, so I'm just going to go ahead and do some land clearing. So I'm making some progress. But the idea is to try to chip up as much of these branches as I can. We'll run a chipper and I'll use the backhoe to kind of grab them and feed them into the chipper. But I'd like to turn as much of that into mulch as possible to use it in my soil making process. Anyways, I had set up to push this tree over and I realized I couldn't get in here at a good enough angle. In fact, it'd be more kind of angled to push it directly at the house. So that won't work. So instead, I'd have to come from this side, kind of flatten this out a little bit, and get up here and push it this way. So I'll do that one later. So I was just trying to clean up this stuff. This is just so much junk on the ground and stumps, and you know, I dug out a couple of stumps here and just trying to rip out the roots and stuff. Just so much garbage. And I tried just ripping out this stuff with the thumb without cutting it down, which that worked. But it doesn't really work too well on this shorter stuff. But I think if I clear out this spot, I might have enough room to try to push that tree down. Or I can work around and get out this dead tree and start cutting down this brush and cleaning this out. I'm getting in there. I don't know. I do know that I'm going to take a break right now, and we'll pick it up when I get back. Keeping me company. Good kitties. Mom and Avery are out of town, so they have to keep me company. Also today, I'd like to take these forks. You saw earlier, I tried to pick up the pile with them, and it was it was a no-go. But I'd like to take these forks to help restack these logs. I've only got, these first few on those runners, but I'd like to just restack them so I can get all these logs up off the ground. And I'll use some of these little logs to do that, and I'll probably use these trees as kind of a backstop. This is the spot where I'll end up keeping the logs until I have the mill set up, so I might as well make it good. And then I'm going to come back within a couple days. I'm going to get my paint sprayer, spray paint the ends to help keep them from checking and cracking and splitting, and help them dry out more evenly. God, these trees are big. Stubborn. It's a shame to take them down, but at least we're gonna use every part of it. No roots go down. Like that giant tree, 100 feet in the air, there's no roots below 3 feet in the ground. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna move all these logs and stick them over there, and then I'll lay down some runners, and then I'll move them all back and stack them up nicely. Got all the logs out of the way, and then I laid out all my small ones. So these are all the tops. Oh. I want to kill my machete. So note to self, don't cut 16 footers out of these bases. That thing has got to weigh, oh man, I couldn't lift it. So that is, let's hope it loses some water weight over the next couple months before I mill it. I don't want to have to cut this thing down. To count the rings of this one, no rod at all. So this would be a good log to mill up. Let me count these things real quick. Okay, I got 94. 94 rings. So all these trees are all in the 90s, low 90s, low to around 100 years old. So yeah, this whole area had been clear cut about 100 years ago. But I'll be sure it goes to good use. I'm using it in a way that hopefully it lasts as long as possible. This spot will be used for growing food, and this should all be swales one day. There should be a pond over there. Basically orchard all through here. And we will be sequestering carbon in other ways, not through, the cedar won't be sequestering carbon, but there'll be other things in its spot that will be sequestering carbon. So it's sad to cut down trees, but if you're going to build something, you're going to be cutting down trees somewhere, and I'd rather it be me cutting them down. One other thing about these trees, I can walk over and show you, but every top has had multiple heads. You can see this big tree back here. And they like to, once they grow enough heads, then they get top heavy and they're weak, and there's rot where the heads split out. And then they snap off, and they're actually pretty dangerous trees. Anyways, made good progress today. It's amazing how long this stuff can take. But without that tractor, oh man, so much easier just to sit and play with joysticks and get bucked around than actually have to drag around all those branches. Man, those branches suck. I just just stumbled on this carpet that was buried here. And look, there's like a little... Hey buddy. It's like a little salamander. Hey you. A little salamander. Alright, I gotta save you. I don't know why you're living in this carpet. Let's see. Don't escape yet. It's not safe. Okay. Alright, I saved him. I threw him over by that tree over there. Look at this old carpet. Someone just threw this in the woods. I got a couple more trees over there to take down, a couple over there, small ones. There's a big old growth stump that I'll probably leave for now. I'm gonna dig this big bad boy out. There's an old growth stump behind me there. That's gonna be a project. This leaning one, this one, that guy, this guy, the one behind it, and if you can see the angled one behind that, and there's one more small one back there. Then, yeah, that one. It looks like there's a small one behind that one. But those will be the last ones I'll have to take down. Because the mill basically will, it's going to start basically like right here, right on the other side of this stump. And it goes about 50 feet that way. So I've done at least half, maybe around half. Well, not all the way. There's some other trees that I'm going to need to take down to help future farming operations. But I'll probably wait on that. No rush. We're going to have plenty of stuff to mill, and we could leave that standing in the meantime.